Yes.
Good to go.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Hello, everyone. A little bit of time. Good evening, everyone. I know everyone's on mute. If you want to say something, you come off. We're gonna give about 5 more minutes.
Hello.
Hey, Cordella, how you doing?
All
Great.
right, how you doing?
Yeah. Ashley, let me know your time, Ashley. I know you got to go. I want you. Okay.
Erica, that's right. The lead detective and prosecutors who worked this.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. You go. Yeah. Come on when you can. Okay. All right.
How are you?
Great yourself. And Ashley, you're not talking to me, are you? Because you was talking, but you know you're muted. You're still muted. I don't know if you're talking to me or not.
Am I muted or is somebody else? Oh,
I can hear you now. Great. There you
You,
go.
okay, perfect. No, I was just saying I have to hop off around 6:15, 6:20, but of course I pressed my way to hop on here.
All right. So I'm gonna have you say a few things a little early then, since you got to get off soon. Okay. That's
Okay,
good.
no problem.
Perfect. 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 Yup. 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 Um. Hey, I don't know. Can we show some faces? It's like to see some faces, guys. Let's go. We're trying to level up. If y'all haven't met me before, you about to meet me today. And one thing you're gonna see, I'm very passionate about what I do. I'm very passionate about helping people get to the next level. Sometimes, Quincy, I want it more than you want it. Sometimes I call it my toxic trait. I can't turn it off sometimes, right? It's something I love to do, and you guys are going about to see how we work with that. We'll give a few more minutes for some more people to come in. About 12, got about 20 something on here. I will have the playback recording on Instagram and a link as well on there. But we're gonna just go with a few things. Let's give a little bit of time for a few more people. Now I'm gonna let Miss Ashley go a little early. That's one of my testimonials of someone that just completed my first well, not my first one, the first one for this year. I did it all last year for free just to show some people, and now we're doing this now. Okay. So give it a minute, we're gonna rock and roll. Well, you guys have a great week so far. Hope this crazy weather can hold up for the people up top. I know some of you guys down in North Carolina got some nice, so better weather, but Maryland just ain't ready to get into spring or summer yet. It's confusing right now. And I don't know what's going on with this weather. Hey, Lori. Hey, Maria. Walt. Hey, Cadella. Miss Sean on here. Miss Annette. Demi, Joel, Beatrice, Quincy. Yeah, give a few more minutes, guys. We're gonna get into what we do. Ooh, okay. Brown. Let's share. All right, let's go. Let's go. They can watch the recording. They get a chance. All right. For those that have been in my group already, we know how we do, but I got something good for you guys. And let's go. Let me show you where to go. Of course, my team that I've done it before, they're gonna be mad if I give you our regular song. You can't get that until you join the boot camp. Well, let's rock and roll. Hey guys, welcome on board today. This is Rising Cultures Real Estate Mentorship Bootcamp. This is the kickoff meeting, okay? Kickoff meeting, so you guys can get an idea of what's expected, what's happening in this thing. We got some great testimony people in here. But some of you like, hey, what does he got? What's this dude talking about? Why I should get involved? Why he feel as though he can get a brand new person license and get them to six figures income in 9 to 12 months. And I believe that. That's, some things you guys know, what you can do. This is one thing that I know that I can do, and it's been proven. We're gonna have some great mentors, great testimony of people in here that actually have been to my group from last year to this year. Because it's better to hear from them than me. I can tell you anything. You're like, yeah, okay, Rob, whatever. Show me the proof in the pudding, right? But what happened? So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself real quick. I've been in real estate. Shoot, I started doing mortgages back in 2005. I've been in finances since 2002. Man, I've been self-employed all my life. I'm about to tell you my age. I think my first self-employed thing I started doing was back in like 97, something like that. I had all kinds of business and things of nature. Like I said, did mortgage since 2005 for about 14, 15 years. Did some real estate investing from about 16 to 22, 23, all types of business. I just always just been self-employed. And so I've always been working with people. That's been my thing, people. And like one of the things you're gonna hear me say private tonight, and if you guys do join the group, I'm gonna let you know, listen, the product is not the houses. The product is the people. Why am I say that? 'Cause some people, when I first started this last year, they were like, how are you going to train some realtors and he's not even a licensed agent? I don't need to be licensed agent. The people, the product is the people. I've been dealing with people all my life. But also what I noticed too a few years ago was made me say, hey, I need to get this boot camp going because I saw that that's a large percentage of realtors out here. And if you want to raise your hand or whatever and they'll contest to it, that I've seen that really don't know what they're doing, know how to actually get the business. Okay, you knew how to go to class. I don't know, if it's 60 hours class, whatever, take the test, whatever. And I'm quite sure some of you might can confirm this because some agents told me before, they thought that once they got licensed, that business just was going to come from anywhere because they seen so and so selling houses for years. Okay, let me get my license and I'm going to start making money just like him and her, right? No, wrong. And then some people also thought that, hey, once I get to the brokerage is going to give me business, right? Stop me if I'm wrong with this, right? But now you start to see, you know what? It takes a little bit more to get some things going, right? One thing you're going to learn once you're in my boot camp is my system is very, very, very black and white. Okay, it is so simple. I mean, anyone. That's why I feel as though that I'm even meeting people that's not licensed. I'm like, and they just talking about doing some career change. They trying to get to a place where they can be making over six figures. And I'm like, dude, listen, the easiest way, the quickest way I think you can get to it is get your real estate license. I mean, instead of you going back to school for 2, 3 years getting some more student loans, coming out and hopefully get a job, right? I even got a free class you can go to. Or if you want to pay three, four, $500, be done in 2 months, get your license. I'm gonna connect you with a broker somewhere. I'm gonna find you a good broker because the environment is absolutely everything, right? And get you a great broker, and also so you can learn about the MLS and all the contracts. I'm not going over that, but once you get you over there, I'm going to show you where the business is. Right? There's too many guys renters out here, and I don't care what state you're in. Right? It's too many of them out here, Quincy. That each and every last one of you should be closing 2 to 3 deals a month, right? Because you got to think about it. Who are these people that we're going to sell houses to? I think sometimes we forget these guys, they're the renters, right? It's too many of them. I was driving to New Jersey this weekend and I had a moment with my team before because we still do our conference call that we do. And I told them about like when I was driving to Jersey and I saw this section where they was building some new houses, not new houses, and that new apartment buildings, right? New apartment buildings on this road, and it had to be about a good 400 or 500 units, right? And as I'm looking at, see, here's my perspective. I'm gonna give you guys by the time y'all done. Y'all don't look at apartment buildings like I look at apartment buildings. No, I can. Here's one thing I can tell you. I don't care what state it is right. Ashley, let me know when you got to go so I can bring you in. I know you got short in time. Okay, just tell me. I don't care what state you're in. I can guarantee you in every last apartment building, rental community, whatever it is, where they renting at least half the people in that building, at least half, they do not want to renew their lease. Okay, I promise you they don't. If I can show you a screenshot of our schedule and so you can see what I'm saying, they do not want to renew their lease, right? They have 99 problems, but one problem that those renters don't have as far as them becoming a homeowner, one problem I need you guys that don't have, and I hope I'm stepping on toes today when I say this, that they cannot find a realtor. That's not a problem. Okay. So you give them that card that day, Cordella, you did not make that person day that day. They're like, oh my God, we've been looking for a realtor for the last 2, 3 years. We're trying to buy a house. We couldn't find that's not an issue, right? That's not an issue, right? I'm gonna go with some of the issues. I probably don't go too much right now because I need you to join the boot camp. That's where we can learn that, right? But I'm gonna show you how to be more relatable and how to speak to these consumers. You understand? Because I don't know what happened when we got licensed. You know, we forgot that we was a person, that we were people, that we're a consumer, right? And some of us, we having too many industry conversations with consumers. Big words, MLS, market comparable. They don't care about that. You understand? You like I said, I told you some guys before, like you too busy saying half a dozen, half a dozen, half a dozen, saying nice word. No, just say six. They get six, right? You don't need to dress it up no type of way. I promise you, when I show you that, and the proof's gonna be in the pudding when I show you some people in that. Now, Ashley, are you there? Because I know you gotta go soon. I'm gonna bring an early testimony on, right? But I'm gonna show you.
I'm
You
here.
gotta go, right? Let me skip over
Yes.
quick to something. And this is a text that Ashley has sent me, and this is one of many texts anyway that she sent me when she first got going. If you guys see what it say, Rob, you're a genius. It's not about me. LOL. I don't know why I never thought about solving a problem around. You got to join my boot camp now, and I can uncover those two things right there, right? And she was like, I had 2 consultation calls yesterday, and 5 more booked between now and Saturday, and another 5 are pending. Right now, I mean, first home buying seminar we did, you had about 90 something registrations, right? 90 plus registrations because I showed how to boost, how to set the flyer up and everything, right? And she had over 40 something attendees at our home buying seminar that we did, right? And also, she's a dual agent. She's overwhelmed. Why? Because she has a lot of people that she has to get back to on her DMs and stuff, just on something, a basic post, Cardella, that I show people to do. You don't got to do all that dancing stuff. No, no, no. That dancing and Michonne and that reenacting videos, let's be honest, your audience on that is what? It's other realtors, other people in the industry like your stuff laughing. We ain't trying to sell no houses to them, right? Let's get straight to it. So let Ashley come in real quick and just give her thoughts about why she was in the boot camp. And if I'm not mistaken, she wants to get back in the boot camp. That's the crazy part, guys. I got people want to keep moving because they already see how I am. They know I'm going to be adding more stuff and more value, right? But even talk about in a sense of for you guys to see if you should be interested. Go ahead, Ashley, because I know you have to go, and I'm gonna go back to the beginning.
Thank you so much. Hey, everybody. Yes, my name is Ashley. I am with Century 21 Harris Hawkins and Co. And I have been licensed since 2023. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys on this call. Since 2023, when I joined the boot camp, I probably had about 8 deals total from hopping on and off. But I can say I'm not going to give out too much information because I see that we're not releasing too much until you guys join the boot camp.
That's right.
But I can say that the information that Rob has provided to me has been so valuable. I have never received so much feedback or consultation calls since I've had my license. Since February was when I had joined the first boot camp. And like I said, it's the environment. I highly recommend this environment for any agent that's out there because yes, our brokerages are great. Our brokerages are like family. But the information that we receive here, honestly, I don't think you're receiving it anywhere else. And I can almost guarantee that you will see a difference in your business. Like Rob said, my Instagram, my DMs, I'm still trying to get back to people. I even had to reach out to a family member like, hey, I'll give you my Instagram password. I will pay you if you can help me get back to some of these people because it's flooding over the information that Rob has provided to me. It's certain conversations that you need to have with people. And I feel like us as real estate agents, we can get so accustomed to saying, hey, are you looking to buy a house? Or hey, are you looking to sell a house? And not necessarily trying to target a problem. And the information that Rob is providing to us is to help us target a problem. Everybody out there needs help. Everybody out there can find a real estate agent, but finding someone who can specifically target the issue that they need solved, you're not really going to find that anywhere else. So I can't give my props to Rob enough. I am back for this boot camp, and 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be back for the third one. And it's not because I'm looking to continue to receive valuable information, but like I said, the environment is needed. Yes, the mentorship is there, but you need somebody to hold you accountable. Sometimes our brokers are busy. They can't be there to hold our hands 24/7. But the accountability calls that he has twice a week, he has Zoom calls every Wednesday. And once you guys join the boot camp, like I said, can guarantee you guys are going to love it, and you're definitely going to see a shift in your business. But the only way you will see a shift in your business is when you actually take heed to the information that he is providing to us. You have to utilize the information. You can hear it all day, but if he's providing it to you and you actually do it, it's only up from there. I promise you, y'all. So definitely consider it. It's an investment, yes, but it's an investment for your business, and you're gonna love it. I promise you. And thank you, Rob, because I'm back. I'm back in action, and I appreciate you for all of the information that you have poured into me. And the difference that I'm seeing in my business now, because y'all, like I said, I joined in February, and the people that I have lined up only aren't to target the issues that we're solving, but it's also people that don't even have that issue. So you're definitely going to see a difference. So definitely just give it a try. Just hear me out, y'all, and give it a try.
Thank you, Ashley. And I already got so I know Maisha is pre-approved. I don't know if someone else, if you got any someone else that's coming out, but her pipeline is crazy that it's ridiculous. And we're gonna talk about shoot roles on here. We can talk about pipeline stuff. And I'll help the other guys understand that. But that thank you, Ashley. I know you gotta go. I appreciate your time. I want to skip to that real quick. We got some other stuff to get to, but I wanted you guys to hear from her. Not from me, and before she got off. And it is what it is. Like she said something very valuable, very valuable that you do the work. Because here's what I'm doing. So when I'm on here, like such coaching, like once you guys get going, I'm on social media, I'm searching, I'm looking at pages, and I see who's doing the work. Every person that does the work, and their names are mentioned, they in some of these testimonials, they the one that's getting the numbers. If you didn't do the work, if you weren't doing the work, I see some pages, I'm like, what is she doing? Like, we didn't even go over that. That doesn't, because I keep it real. I'm gonna let you know right now, we're gonna be very vulnerable in here. I keep it real. I need a space like that. I mean, sometimes, these guys can tell you I've gotten and tapped into my own emotions sometimes because I feel like because that's how real it is, because I know that I'm no different than you, right? And if you can get that down and you can see how simple this process is, I feel though I don't have no extra skills. I just know how to add very well, Michonne. I mean, add not just regular math, but like how to like, okay, all right, I get that, right? And the great thing about, and the reason why we can actually make this so simple, you know, for you guys. And I don't know if I can show you a screenshot in a sense, but I like to show people our daily schedule, right? And you will see it'll have about 14, 15, damn near 20 appointments on it, right? And on those the people that's on those appointments, they are renters. They some of our clients, they clients that we get from the referral partners, this, that, and the third, right? And what I'm saying to you, what I'm trying to relate to you, we're speaking to these people that you're trying to sell houses to. We're speaking to 15, 13, 20 people almost every day. Let me break it down in layman's terms. If I didn't know Spanish and I was speaking to Spanish people 20 sometimes a day, do you think about the next 6 months I would know how to speak some goddamn? I would not speak more than on those whatever. I would know. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. So when I say that, hey, I want to show you guys how to be relatable, because I'm talking to them. This is why they are where they are. And then one of the things that we do, and I'm helping you guys through this process of understanding when we get going, is you can write this down. I want to take some notes. No one wants to listen. These renters don't want to be sold. Okay, they just want to be helped. Okay, I see Rose. So Rose, you got she said heads up, I have a 7 p.m. All right, so Rose, so hit me up somewhere around about 6:40 if I'm not there yet, so I can bring Rose on. I gotta let you guys hear from Rose too. But listen, I want y'all to write this down. These renters, they do not want to be sold. They just want to be helped. So right there, for any one of you guys that never want to do sales in your entire life, that should make you feel real good right there. Because one thing I'm not going to teach you no sales tactics or how to convince somebody to buy a $5,000 Kirby vacuum cleaner and they got hardwood floors in their house. I'm not. I could do that, but I'm not going to do that for you guys. We don't need to do that. I'm gonna teach you how to just talk to these people and show that you are the answer for them, right? And show that you are the answer for them, that you are that help that they've been getting, how to just listen to them. I'm teaching how to be a very aggressive listener, how to ask questions. Sometimes we're talking too much and we don't even hear what the person is trying to tell us. 'Cause we want to let them know how smart we are, Kayla, how we know this, that, and third and stuff like that. That doesn't matter. Okay. These people just want to be helped. They do not want to be sold. Okay. So let's hop into it. And I'm gonna go over a few things, and it's crazy. I'm gonna tell you, and this is where I'm at with this thing, that I know how great this program is, right? So I was talking to someone, a friend of mine, about real estate. I forgot what it was, and she was selling, need to sell a house, and she was like, I remember, some years ago, man, a house couldn't stay on the market for so long, or whatever. Like, it's like, is that still happening? I said, well, somebody said, can we do Rose next? Yes, Demi. And I said, well, yes and no. I said, but however, Michael, that's what I told her. I said, the more realtors that I can get connected with, I'm like, I'm gonna bring that back, whereas though houses are not staying on the market long. Okay. Because there's so many, we done turned so many renters. Here's the idea I want to give you guys. If they keep putting up apartment buildings, that's let you know that people still need a place to live, right? So they listen, these people, these developers that spend $1 million to put up these apartment buildings, where they put them at, they did their research. There are people to fill these places up. Those people are homeowners, potential homeowners for you. I need you to understand that, right? I'm gonna get you to the point where I was telling these guys one day when I was driving, I saw this new apartment building in Aberdeen, and I never seen it. And as I was driving Cardella, and as I kept going, I kept seeing more and more buildings back there, right? I was like, I had a moment where I was slobbing at the mouth like I was a lion just saw a pack of baby deers. Like, oh my Jesus. That's how I feel about when I see the apartment. I want y'all to get to that point. That's the business right there. They don't want to renew their lease, right? And listen, one thing I want to tell you too, listen, so if the rental is 2,000, 2,500, they make money. You know why? Because listen, I'm gonna tell y'all my formula. I used to do pay stubs for a lot of people, right? Y'all need y'all to know about me. I made a lot of mistakes. So if you're looking for a mistake-free mentor, I need you to get off right now. I'm gonna give you 3 seconds because I made some mistakes. That's why I know how to do what I do. So anybody who need to leave, because I've made some mistakes, you're gonna learn more about me on our first class, right? But listen, when I used to do the pay stubs for people that was moving in apartments, I used to have to make the pay stubs. I used to have to do the income to be 3 times amount of the rent. Because that's how it ain't just about the credit score, it's about how much money they make. So what am I trying to tell y'all? If y'all see apartment building, it's 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, 1,800, multiply that times 3 times 12. That's the average income in that building. What am I trying to share to you? Because a lot of people be thinking, because a lot of people in there, of course, got credit issues. A lot of agents be thinking people that got credit problems, they don't make money. Our average clients over here make over $100,000. I need y'all to get that out your head. I had a client, a nurse, make $280,000. Credit like Boo Boo the Fool. You understand? Just because they make money don't mean that whatever. These people make money. So when you see apartment building and you find out, do the research, and you find out how much is the actual rent there, multiply that times 3 times 12. That's pretty much about how much money they make right there, right? Probably even more than that. I'm telling you, they make money. So let's hop into it so we can get going. I don't want to keep you guys long, right? You showed up tonight because you're done with mediocrity and ready for more. I mean that. Ain't no, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Once we get to the end, I'll tell you how to enroll. If you're not going to commit to this thing, at least 75% of it, I don't want you in it. I'm just keeping it real. It ain't about, I mean, I'm a charge because this don't have value. I ain't worried about getting your money. I'll be honest with you, right? But I do have to do something because this thing has value. I know I'm charging too less, to be honest with you, right? But I love saying, hey, Cardella was new. She didn't know what she's doing. She spent 9 months with me. That she crazy, she busy, she had to quit her daggone job. I love doing stuff like that. I really do. I just love, this is a ministry for me, right? I love doing stuff like that. So if you're not willing to whatever, it's okay. You understand? Listen, it's right here in the DMV area. It's 40,000 agents. I'm just talking about DMV. I ain't even got down to North Carolina, PA, and all that stuff. There's plenty of agents we can get to, right? But if you want something different, if you're ready to go to the next level, I know what I'm going to give you in this boot camp, and Ashley just said it. It's going to be completely different than what's being taught at your brokers. Nothing against your brokers at all. No, I'm not saying that. Don't go tell them. But I know what I'm doing is going to be completely different. I don't have to say it. You're going to say it, and some people at the end is going to say it too. So the agenda tonight: introduction, program overview. I'm going to
God, that's not what he did.
hello. I hate you, Brandy. Mentorship bootcamp structure, benefits and expectations and success stories, and conclusion and next steps. So let's hop into it, right? So, introduction to rising culture. Like I said, I gave y'all my history. Been doing credit since 2009, mortgage since 2005, finances since 2002. Been self-employed all my life, pretty much, right? And we built this now. Now, I know you guys know me. I know I got it. Y'all know you guys know us for credit repair, and that's why people meet us sometimes. I'm like, man, we do more than credit repair. I don't like to identify as a credit repair company. We like to identify as a social impact company because we have so many resources and stuff like that. And I've told some of you guys before when I met you, I said, man, Quincy, it don't matter how good we do credit. If you don't got the people for us to do it to, let me help you get the people. And then we can go from there, right? But just so you know about credit, I know you guys have done with credit repair companies. The thing that set us out and why I know how to do is this is the only lane I'm in. We don't promote, we do credit repair. No, I'm only working with realtors, lenders, people buying houses, business credit, business funding, some mentorships on that, real estate investing. That's all we do. That's why if you see right here, we got our own key made. Like if we can make it, we show up at the closing too, right? And I told some of you guys before, like we're not done with your client until you say, hey, my client is closing tomorrow, Rob. Okay, good. Now we done, right? Our mission, Rising Culture Mission, is a term motivated agents, brokers. I even got some lenders. This training is so basic. I feel as though I can do the same thing with lenders and title company people. Because think about it, where we all getting business from? Lenders need to meet realtors, but it will crack. If they don't meet too many realtors, listen, let me show you how to get the clients yourself so you can give it to the realtors, right? Same thing with title companies, right? Can do the same thing. Um, Here's the curriculum overview. Just a little snapshot of what happens. I'm not going to give you everything. We got some very, very valuable stuff, and you'll see from some people that just see how we operate because we just so aligned with things and in alignment. Things just come together with us. In a lot of cases, right? Things just come together and help us get going. And everything to make it work, to give you every tool that you need, right? So first thing, process and strategy systems, right? What I want to do, I want to help you guys increase your confidence. Some people don't have confidence to do this, right? Uh, Discipline, biggest thing. I got some books for you guys. I'm always got some books for you to read, right? And be more consistent. That's the biggest thing. Like be very consistent. So that way your business is not like a roller coaster. I'm closing, I ain't had none 3, 4 months. Be consistent, right? Learn to be more independent through knowledge on lending and credit. What I mean. So listen, like I told sometimes I've talked to a realtor yesterday. I like because her lender person keeps sending the clients to some little credit repair company that charge monthly that ain't getting people done because I got the client that came over and they're like, yeah, I was over there for 6 months. Ain't nothing. And I told the agent was supposed to be on the night. I said, listen, you need to get very knowledgeable. You need to know how to ask certain questions. What's your credit score? Okay, great. Where did you see it at? Okay, and know about, hey, okay, great. Based on what you just heard, okay, I'm not sending you to the lender first. But one thing people do not want to hear, guys, no one wants to hear that they're not approved. So I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna have a lender on here, go over some lender knowledge, and show you how to sit there and do manual DTI, which is very important. Because sometimes when you guys send clients over, I'm like, hey, you trying to do this purchase by yourself with a spouse or partner? They be like, I think I'm gonna do it by myself. I said, hold up. Well, let's make sure we can do it by yourself. And I know how to manually do a DTI right there just to make sure it works. Because you need to know that sometimes, right? So, and then give you a little bit of credit knowledge and stuff to know how things work. Because at the end of the day, the more those clients, you got to remember, guys, there's millions of agents out here. Okay. If someone can't get in contact with you, or you can't get, they got other agents. I need you guys to understand you ain't the only agent in your area. So you need to know what you're talking about so you won't lose clients, right? Leadership and development. This is very big. You guys gonna hear me talk about this a lot, where y'all gonna hear me say is I hate title leaders. I hate positional leaders. That's my biggest thing. You one of them. I ain't even gonna apologize, right? I don't like them because people got titles and they in positions and they so-called a leader now, but they're not leaders. They don't know what they're doing. So my thing is I want to provide leadership development to design to elevate any one of you guys from an agent to a team leader, if that's your goal. And also if you're looking to become a broker, okay? To become a broker in ownership, if that's your goal. I want you to be a broker, not saying because I got the broker tag on me. No, 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 no. You're a broker where a new agent is coming to your brokerage and they've been developed. They get into the business. You understand? They're not just making. I had one friend of mine that has a girlfriend of hers that's a realtor that ain't getting nothing going on, and she keeps telling about all these fees she paying. She said, "Rob, I think it's a scam." That's what she think. She actually think because this is the outside people. Because her girlfriend can't find no business. She's been a realtor for a year, but she got to pay those realtor fees. So she feels though it's some type of scam. This is how people. So I want to help you change that stigma of how things work, right? Learn how to be more consumer relatable. We talked about it earlier. We teach agents how to show up authentically so buyers feel seen, understood, and ready to work with them. Most importantly, to be relatable. Learn how to be more relatable, how to speak. Like Ashley said earlier, it's more than just say, hey, when you're ready. Listen, you get somebody your card and you say, hey, or you post, you say, hey, when you're ready to buy, sell, invest, give me a call. That means nothing to me. Me and my wife been trying to buy a house for years. My grandmother told me I need $20,000 saved up. All we got is $5,700. Tell me you got a program that you instead of you just saying, "Well, you ready to buy, sell, invest? Give me a call." You ain't speaking to me. You get what I'm saying, guys? You're not speaking to me. And then this is the one I really hate. Now accepting new clients. I ain't even gonna talk about that no more. I don't even know where that come from, right? But you see how we're gonna get straight to it. I promise you're gonna get to it. I hope you like me, because if you don't like me, that's probably why you might get off. But I promise you, if you want to win, I'm going to be your best doggone friend. I promise you that, right? Marketing and campaign building. And we're going to gain expertise in designing and executing marketing strategies that drive engagement on social media. If you guys ain't using social media, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. Okay, that leads to real client relationships. You heard Ashley just now. She's so busy that she want to pay her cousin to and give her a password to go in there to answer the DMs just based off of basic posts. Basic posts. She didn't have to do no dancing. She ain't had to do no reenactment or nothing, fall or nothing, a basic post, and that's why she's getting all these leads and stuff like that, right? So I want to do this real quick before I go into this. Rose, are you there? Because I know you got to go. Rose, you there?
I'm here.
All right, great. Rose was actually, this is one of my biggest ones so far. I know Ashley's come right behind her, and that daggone Maurice and them, right? But Rose is someone, well, you can tell a story, but this is her, 3 to 4 deals a year, 3 to 4 deals. She has the biggest pipeline over here. I mean, I don't know how many times, almost every week, we let them know, hey, so and so is ready to rock and roll, ready to pre-improve. So, Rose, if you want to give your tidbit on why anyone should even consider this boot camp at all, and what has our relationship has done for you and your family.
So I met Rob a few years ago. Started from a DM. He just reached out to see if we could connect, and he wanted to share more about what Rising Culture was about. And I obliged. I got on his calendar. We had our consultation, and given my experience, and hello everybody, I'm Rose Hamlin. But given my experience being in the industry for now 8 years, well, at that time it was like about 5. And I had come across several credit specialists, and I'm doing air quotes because that's what people call themselves. But the way he presented the information, what they had to offer was kind of like nothing what I had experienced ever. And I'm sorry, hold on, let me quiet my little one, please. So that alone to me has set him apart and made me want to give him a shot. So my first clients that I sent over to them were my cousins. It was my cousin and her husband. And I said, if they do right by my family, then I know I can rock with them. So long story short, within like 4 months, I think it was, their team got my cousin and her husband ready to purchase. And from then on, it was like, okay, I'm going to dive head in. Right. So initially I was one of those people that had, the reservations about, do I want to, target this audience? Do I want to have certain language in my marketing? Because I had the misconception that, credit challenges meant broke. I won't say that's not what I was thinking, but I just thought that that would be a very challenging market. So I don't want to sound like crazy. I didn't mean, I don't associate credit with being broke, but I just think naturally, just anybody, when it comes to the credit conversation, we just assume that that is just going to be such hard business to have and to go after and all that stuff. And that whole theory was just debunked. I was thinking that it was going to take so long to get business. And long story short, it did not. I finally grasped the concept of a pipeline talking to Rob after we had our few like powwows. And he got my head all the way together and in the game. None of the training that I've received from this group was anything like I've received from like, my brokerages and things like that. Now, I'm speaking past tense, not the brokerage that I'm at right now, and my team and everything, they are amazing. But past tense at that time, it was nothing that I've ever experienced. So coupling what he was teaching me, they were teaching me in addition to my brokerage, like it was just the match made in heaven. Everything just kind of took off. Like I took social media. This is my third now boot camp being a part of this process. So this is the third because I just don't intend to not show up. And every single one, I have gotten value from it. I've grown, my business has grown. Like at this point, it's just in me. And so I do it without questioning or without really having to think about what I got to do at this point. So I would say if you do want to see some real growth in your business, and like Ashley said, our brokerages are great. My team is great, but it's a mindset. And unless you're at a brokerage where they're teaching mindset and they're teaching you how to connect with people on a level that they can understand, you're just not going to get this type of training outside of this environment. It's not going to happen. I've been at a few brokerages to know that it's just not going to happen. And a lot of what Rob teaches really is just based around mindset. And if you have that mindset shift, like if you just grasp what he's putting down, like pick up what he's putting down, your business is going to like skyrocket. I went from, like he said, closing a handful of deals a year because I had to take some time off being in mommy mode to doing double digits in 2025 and actually a couple double digits. And then coming into this year, like with a very, very, very strong pipeline, I have quite a few people in my pipeline. I don't know if Rob wants me to share all of that, so I'll just kind of keep that to myself, but a lot of people in my pipeline and still adding on a very consistent weekly basis. So I say all of that to say, lock in, tap in, stay connected, do whatever you got to do to shift your mindset and really, really dive into whatever it is he's going to be showing y'all. Because I promise you, if your goal is to make 6 figures in real estate, to no longer be dual career, if you are dual career, and to really like make some stuff, shake some rooms up, you're in the right place. You didn't register for no reason. So I look forward to seeing whatever faces continue on the journey. And I am going to speak a whole lot of success over y'all businesses and y'all careers. That's it, Rob.
Yeah. And she never mentioned it about her income goal. She had an income goal to make 100,000 in 90 days. She didn't do it. Well, she did it in 120 days, Cardella. She made $100,000 in I mean, she didn't do it in 90 days, but she did it in 120 days, right? But I want to say this is a thought to come to mind. Please write this down, and I want you to digest this and see where you are. And it's okay if you're on the latter side of it, long as you're able to understand. Like I said, and AA meetings and NA meetings and stuff like that. I just know I wasn't in them. But you know what they say, in order to get, what they say, recovered from it, you have to admit to who you are, right? I want you to write this down. I'm gonna tell you about Rose in a second. I want you to write down those that need it the most see it the least. Those that need it the least see it the most. Why am I say that? Rose has the biggest pipeline of all the agents. You know, like I said, Ashley, those guys was catching up because she been with me last year. Sharina, those guys catching up. She's killing it. Even like Sharina is about to come on here, right? Killing it. But they be the main ones. Like once I ended the first group, and I think like on like a 1 week, I like, all right guys, I'm taking a break. I'm not doing the Monday and the Friday call. And Rose called me, Rob, why we ain't on the call? I mean, even today, even Monday, even last Friday, who's one of the first persons that's always on our 8 o'clock conference call? Rose, right? And then you have some people that don't have nothing and barely shows up. Listen, write that down. I want you to digest that. I remember hearing that years ago. It really means something. You need to know where you at. Even if you're on the latter side of it, it's okay to, to say, okay, you know what? This is me. Those that need it the most, those that need it the most, see it the least. Those that need it the least, see it the most. Why you think these ones that want to get back on these, they the ones that's killing? They like, man, I want to keep this thing going. Like I said, Rose still going. You going again? I'm back on it again. She the main ones on there, biggest pipeline, killing it. I'm on that Friday, and if I'm not the one day, I'm like, all right, I'm not doing it. Rob, we ain't on it. No, you understand? But I want y'all to go over that, right? So what's going to happen here when you join the workshop? I'm gonna unlock your full potential in real estate. Listen, there's a potential in you. Now here's the great thing I want to say about you guys having real estate license. I talk about this a lot in the group, right? The one thing about you guys' license, right? I need you to understand, right? I gotta see. Okay, if you have to go, you gotta go. I have you guys see the replay. One thing about this license that I love, right? That you guys made on, it's a level playing field, right? No one has to dunk a 10-foot basketball goal. What I mean, you don't have to. No one has to worry about being 7 feet tall, built like LeBron. No, y'all have a license that anybody, I don't care who you are, young, old, whatever. It doesn't matter. Y'all have a license that is a level playing field that anybody, what Rose is doing, what Ashley doing, Sharina, everybody can do the exact same thing. Exact same thing. You can get that. It doesn't take a whole lot. I hope you guys get that because I like stuff like that where I don't have to worry about, this, that, and the third. No, you don't gotta be 6 feet, you don't gotta be 300 pounds, you don't have to be built with muscles, you don't have to be looking like Idris Elba, looking like, I don't know, somebody, Holly Burr. No, you don't have to do none of that stuff. You don't have to do none of that stuff. Okay. And you can kill it in this thing. Get over 6 figures is actually small. I have a goal. I was telling some of the guys the other day, in the next 3 years, I want to produce at least about 2 millionaires. In the next 3 years, I want to produce at least about good 20, 25. I think that's a low number, to be honest with you. I'm sorry, God, I'm thinking small. A quarter million or more. Me and Sharina, she about to come here. She talking about her goal for the year. I said 150. You already did that last year, and and he did it half a year. We doing 300,000 this year. Come on, we gotta. And laws at 10. There's too many renters out here for you to be doing 100,000. Y'all know how much our average commission is? Jesus Christ, right? Let's go. Gain exclusive insights into proven systems that's guaranteed. This stuff is guaranteed. You do the work. I even tell people, if you just do 75% of the work, you're gonna kill it. Right? 75%. Because Rose only do every day one thing and killing it, right? Tailored guidance for clients that will build confidence in your brand. Listen, we're gonna kill it, right? Let's hop into it. All right, we did Ashley already. We did Rose. Who we got? Who else we got on here? Sharina, Maurice, you here? Is Maurice on here?
I got to jump off at 7.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
You
so
you go first then, Sharina.
thank you. I appreciate that because I do got to jump off at 7, you guys. I didn't know when Rob was going to be doing this, and I have a consultation at
It's all
7.
good. Do what you gotta
So
do.
thank you. Thank you so much. So I'm Sharina Garner. I met Rob by Instagram. He came on my Instagram page and he told me he liked what he saw that I was doing. So he told me he was going to help me grow my business. So I've been in the boot camp just like Rose. I've been in it when it was free. I paid for it and then I'm willing to pay again because I tell Rob that I actually met two other credit recovery specialists in the past. One was highly recommended by my office. I work with Keller Williams Preferred Properties in Upper Marlboro, one of the number one, no, we are the number one broker in Prince George's County. So when they referred me to somebody, I took it that this was going to be a good credit recovery person. And I had a person I met by, just happened to chance. I ran across a lady who told me that's what she do. And I was using her as well. So I was sending my people to both of those ladies, and come to find out both of them became real estate agents. I was really disappointed because I was new in the business, and I said, this makes no sense. I sent my people over there. No wonder they didn't get them back to me ready to close, because they became agents themselves. So when I met Rob, I couldn't help but see his passion. He used to come on. I used to do webinars on Tuesday night. He used to come on with any lender that I had, and he would tell people how they could improve their credit. So I really would say I was impressed with his passion. So that's what I really needed. I needed someone who was not looking to become like me, but someone to help me to grow my business. So that's why I hooked up with Rob. And of course, I have seen the growth with working with Rob, because what I tell Rob and I tell everybody, we specialize at Keller Williams in listings. So of course I was getting listings, and I'm a listing agent, but I wanted to also be a buyer agent if I could make more money. And Rob got that number low. I'm close to 200,000, but I can't hit it. For some reason, I can't. So Rob has believed in the fact that I am able to get to 300,000 in real estate. So I said, if he believes in me, I need to believe in myself and keep coming and keep being around people like this that believes in me. I've had coaching in the past, and it's been very helpful. So I told Rob, I look at him as my coach. Of course, I could do better with getting more people over there to him. But I will say kudos to Rose, because she is in Baltimore area. I'm in Prince George's County. It's a different type of market. A lot of my people do have good credit, but I do have people who don't have good credit. And like Rob said, I see the vision. It's so many rent buildings out here that's rentals. When he explained to me his vision, I said, you know what, Sharina, you could be doing much more better if I go after more buyers. So that's what I do. I go after buyers and sellers. Thanks to Rob. At first, I was listening to my office, and I was focusing more on the listings, and I was letting them buyers slip away from me. But now I'm staying on top of them. I send them to Rob. Rob has gotten two of my people ready, and then we got another person. Plus, he's a giver. He just don't only help me with what I got. He will give too. So I want to partner with people like that. So he don't have to worry about me. I'm on his team. I already told him I ain't going nowhere, because I believe this is a winning team. I'm gonna continue to shine and do what I have to do to, because this is my livelihood. I'm not doing it, and that's why I love when he say that. I'm not doing it to be a Harley Berry realtor. And people say, "Oh, she looks so pretty." No, I'm really doing it to make money, and I am making money, and I thank God for that. And I definitely believe I can make more. So thank you, Rob, for offering this again. I'm going to stay in it because I do want to be coached by you, and I do want to get to that 300,000, because I took you serious when you said I could do that. So I'm
I
looking
know.
to I'm looking to hit 300,000 this year.
Gotcha. Appreciate it. I want to say something. I want you guys to get this thing mixed up. I know a lot of them was talking about credit and stuff, because that's how I first met them. But like a lot of you guys that when I met you and I told you about credit, I was like, hey, I can tell you how good we do credit, but it don't matter how good we do credit if you don't have the clients to get it to. So I want this is not about you guys using it for credit pair, but it's about what I'm coaching. It's like with her. At one point, she wasn't getting no buyers. So now she know how to get buyers. I think when you got 10 of them at the end of last year, Sharina, she didn't have any when I met her last. I met her at the half of the year that she was able to get 10 buyers. You understand? And at her age, and like I said on here, they heavily trained on getting listings, didn't know how to get buyers. Now she know how to get buyers. That's
I did 22 transactions last year, and I'm sorry, Rob, but 13 of them were buyers.
13 with
And
buyers.
I would like to do 30 units this year.
Right. See there? So from not having them to having them, and I met at the half a year, that's the type of stuff that I do. So I know Rose and mentioned about how I met our credit, and Serena mentioned, I don't want y'all, this ain't about that. Of course we're gonna get to that. I mean, whatever. that's part of it. But it's about what I'm gonna help you guys to get more. Because one thing that's what Rose didn't say. Rose has about shoot, she had about good 13 or 15 people that from doing the post that I tell her to do and whatever that didn't need credit at all. I mean, people had 700 credit score and stuff like that. So it ain't about the credit piece, guys. It's about listen, when you get more business, you're gonna have more people that have credit issues. It is what it is. One car dealership that I work with in January, the guy said they had 657 people come in there in January to buy a car. Out of the 657 people, Cardella, that came there to buy a car, only 80 of them were approved. That's life. That's any y'all. First and foremost, like I tell anyone, any agent, if you ain't locked in with somebody, forget about me. Somebody be credit. You trying to sell houses? What the hell? Because you're gonna come across most people that have credit issues. It is what it is. But this ain't about credit. I need you guys to understand that. Even though they mentioned that, that's how I met them. But don't I want you to see the value. Like I said, 13 buyers, wouldn't get buyers. That's what we do, right? Where my guy at? Maurice. You there, champ? I'm gonna get Lori on. She's a
I'm
new age.
I'm here, champ.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you. If anything that you got to say, that you think the why person and why you about to sign back up again? He's telling me, man, what's the Zell number, man? I'm getting back in this thing. All right.
That's that's funny. That's funny that you say that. But I want to say congratulations to everyone that came on tonight. They're in the right place and start. I met Rob 2 years ago when I first got my license. The first year we met, he came to me talking to me about this boot camp and everything that was going on. I didn't really take it. Fast forward, the next year later, he came back to me. Although he said, "You know what? I'm not even going to talk to you no more, champ." But it was something in him and a connection he saw. He still talked to me. As Sharina said, the passion in him and the ministry in him, he just want to help. So if you're in a place where you want to be, where you want to change your life, and you're tired of being on a hamster wheel, and you're looking for something different, no matter whether this your first year or you got 20 years in experience, there's no other training like this. And as you can see, everyone that was a part of the class is coming back to pay for it more. So we want to be attached to him. There's some people in life that's appointed and some people in life that's anointed. And when you're around that anointedness and the oil, and like he said, he don't just want to get a profit. Like he want to help the clients till they get to the table. So it's all about transformation. Look at the name in his title, Rising Culture. And you heard when it first came in with the music. If you here to run the city tonight and you want to change your life and you're a parent, grandparent, or got kids and you truly want to do something different in your life, this is the place to go. He want to transform your mind, your mindset, and he truly wants you to serve, serve, serve. And is this something which you want to do in your life? I'm telling you, you're in the right place to be.
Yeah. So one of the things I like to do too, I do reach out to each people individually. You understand? I don't know if you probably tell them that, Maury. So we didn't have countless of conversations, and do the conversations. I ask you a question, I listen, and then hear you say what you gotta say, and I give it right back to you. And I
Yes,
know plenty of times Maury like, man, I see, I didn't look at it. I say, yeah, man,
yes,
you just gotta take your time sometimes, right? You get it now, right? Yeah, and just give it in a way that it will make sense. It's about connecting. Sometimes we want to talk so quickly to people, be short. Marvin, you're talking about all day. I'm like, man, I take the long road. I'm gonna paint a picture, and I
yes,
and I, and as we talking, I gave him a different perspective, and even that in our last meeting that we had when we got together, I gave out books. I had books that outside of these two books I'm about to show you guys. You guys need to get these books. I'm about to go over you in a second. But I gave out books to each individual people like Sharina, Maurice, Rose, and books from conversations that I had with them. I'm like, man, you need to read this book, right? Because I'm that type of person. I'm not the type of person that, yeah, I done read 30 books and I can't tell you not one of them. Or I can't sit there and listen to you. You tell me what's going on in your life and stuff like that. I can be like, hey, Mashana, get this book right here. You know what I'm saying? Because I consume books. You know what I'm saying? When I read them, I'm like, I'm reading them for myself and I'm reading where as though if you tell me what's going on, I'm like, hey, I need you to get this book. I gave him the book called, what's the book I gave you, Maurice? The Noticer, right? about helping them see things from different perspectives. And we talked about it the other day. They're like, man, I read it. I don't know if you want to talk about that, about what you got so far. You're like, man, I see why you told me to read this book, right? I don't know
Yes.
if you mentioned that part right there. But that's what you're going to get, what's going to happen. I just want you to win. Real talk. It ain't about me, you understand? Because none of this ability comes from me. It all comes from God. And I'm already thankful to the path He took. I'm thankful for the mistakes He made me have. I'm thankful for the failures that I've been through, right? I'm thinking about all the bad decisions. I'm very thankful 'cause I knew how to pay attention of when I was in a moment. Okay, God, what are you trying to show me? Okay, I get it. All right. Okay, thank you. You set me down for a minute. Wow. Okay. All right, I get it. I was moving too fast. Thank you. Right. And we go from there. Like my favorite scripture in James, man, I count it all joy. You understand that when you end this situation, is he build you up, so you can persevere, so you can build perseverance to go on to the next thing. All right. And that's what we do here. So we're gonna wrap it up a few more things. I want to give you guys a brand new agent. I met her. She just got licensed and honestly, y'all should be jealous of her because real I said it because the fact that she came in licensed right away, getting this kind of training and not bombarded of the other stuff that a lot of people like, got this wave about real estate. She ain't had a chance to get in that, which is good. I'll be telling her, say, girl, you don't know how good you have it, not because you met me, but because you got this perspective first as you're getting licensed. So, Ms. Lloyd Winfield, my
Yeah.
friend, if you don't mind sharing, and we're gonna wrap it up, guys, and we're gonna talk about how to get involved. I'm gonna talk about our schedule, and I got to give y'all two books. Y'all, if y'all don't do nothing with me, y'all need to get these books. These are some life-changing books. Okay, go ahead, Lloyd.
Yeah, thank you, Rob. I do appreciate you. And just, even hearing all the stories again is just a reminder how great this program has been and how influential it has been for me. I met literally a month today. I'm an agent for a month now. I met Rob at the brokerage firm that I'm now with. And I was so from his networking, we have a mutual connector, and then my desire to be taught is the reason why I'm here. When after he did the seminar at KWPP, I went home and I talked to I talked to my friend, and I told her, oh my goodness, I told her everything that happened for me on that day, and then I told her about this guy who, and I just was just raving about him, and I mentioned his name, and she was like, I know him. And from that conversation, she was like, because mind you, in my mind, I wanted to do this. But because of the connection that she had with him, she reached out to him and was like, give us all the information. Again, we got the information, and then I was synced in again. So it was like no way for me to be able to get away, which was truly a blessing from God, honestly and truly. But again, it took the three of those things to actually come together to make it all happen. And again, I'm very appreciative. What this program has done for me is it has helped me as a believer, a real estate believer, to be able to know that I can do this. It just seems like there's a lot of, for me being a new agent, there's a lot of information. There's a lot of so much to be able to take in. But getting this information earlier on, I feel like I have a slight advantage, which is again a blessing. I believe that I've been taught a lot of things, a lot of things, but one of the things that I value so much is tomorrow's money. And him, Rob will be able to, talk to you about what that looks like. But tomorrow's money is literally, for me it is genius. For me it's genius because it doesn't, I don't have to be overwhelmed. I don't have to be focused on all of the moving parts that are around me. I can focus on one thing, understanding that there's going to be production on the other side of that. But here I definitely can say that you will get strategy. There's a culture outside of your brokerage firm. I love where I am in terms of brokerage firms, but again, having that additional support, having that additional information that they're not going to be able to teach you is just what we need in order to be successful. Another thing that I value, and I'll leave it here, is that as real estate agents, you want to be a consultant for your buyer clients. You want to be a consultant for your clients. Um, having this sort of information allows you to be multifaceted, allows you to be able to speak to the things that you're not, that's not your lane, you shouldn't be there. If I'm a consultant and if I'm walking with you in this process, I need to know what you are going to be going through. And I think that this information that we're getting from Rob and his business allows us that. So I'm very grateful, and I'm happy for you all too. The fact that you're here today literally is a part. Remember, it was three parts for me. This is a one step for you. So congratulations to you all, and Rob, again, I thank you.
Yeah, yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, Lloyd, for sharing. That's it, guys. I'm going to go over some last couple things and stuff like that. It does require commitment. It's going to be for 8 weeks. It's really 9 weeks because I don't count the first week because that's like an introductory of us getting to know each other. But listen, right now, regardless if you guys are not going to do this or not, I got to give you something. I've been giving these books for years since I got them. You have to get these 2 books, and I got to give it to you in order. Okay, forget about millionaire real estate agent next door and stuff like. Forget about that. That's putting the cart before the horse, right? Listen, it's funny. I've talked to friends of mine, and they be talking about stuff about like losing weight and stuff like that. Like, every year, top of the year, everyone has a New Year's resolution. The gyms are filled. I go to the gym every day. The gyms are filled. Of course, they empty now because that January part gone, right? And I will always say, I'll tell a person, listen, if you want to lose weight, here's my theory, because this is how I look at it too. Because they asked Abraham Lincoln, they say, hey, if we give you an axe in 6 hours to chop down a tree, he said, what would you do? He said he would spend the first 4 hours sharpening the tree, right? So my theory, this is just me, my opinion. If someone wants to lose weight and will go to the gym, I think a person should spend the first 90 days reading books on discipline. Why? Because it ain't the gym that ain't working. It ain't the diet plan. Every diet plan works. Do you understand that? Every diet plan works. The problem is people can't stay on them long enough. Why? Because they're lacking discipline, right? And that's why people are going to gyms or doing whatever. And this might be some of you guys right now don't even know it and why you can't stay because you're missing that D word is big. You need that discipline. Discipline overrides motivation. Motivation wears off, right? You get that discipline, that's it. Take the L out of love. It's over, right? So I don't care what it is you're trying to do in life. I'm giving you, this is a gift. In fact, first of all, I'm giving everybody on here that registered. As long as you registered and you showed up, I'll go back and show them. We have it out, Demi, I guess, in the next 24, 40 hours. I'm sending every last one of y'all a $100 dining gift certificate. It's 1,000 restaurants you go to. Take it on me. I don't care. Go do what you got to do, right? But this is the biggest thing I'm giving you. I don't care what you want to do in life. You need these books. The Slight Edge. Anyone that's read this book, I know Maurice probably want to jump in, love this, and talk about this. Anyone that I've told to read this book, if you're on here now, you want to say something, please speak on it. You need to get the Slight Edge first. Okay? You need this book in your life. All right? And here's what I want you to do too, right? Because what happens is the reason why we can't get into books or read books sometimes, we be trying to figure out, Brandy, when I'm gonna have 30 minutes to read this book? When I'm gonna have an hour to, don't do that. Just focus on reading at least 10 pages a day. Even if you don't do it at all, just do that. I promise you, you'll find yourself getting through the book. But also, too, I want you to be very intentional when you're reading these books that you like, hey, it is something in this book for me. When a millionaire told me that years ago, he said, "Man, for every book that you read and finish, you will grow your income about $10,000 to $20,000." I took that seriously. So when I started reading books, I started reading stuff. It was like mirrors to me, like, oh shoot, Mashana. I'm like, I didn't know I did this. Or right. So I take reading books very serious to the point that some of you guys might do this because I do this sometimes. I'm reading every time I'm in the gym on the treadmill. I know how to do that very well, right? I could read a whole page or paragraph, and I could be thinking about something else and I can't tell you what I just read. I'm so intentional on what I need to get up. But I know to catch myself, and I would stop and read that whole page over, right? Because I'm like, no, because I want to be better, right? I want to be better. I don't want to be good. I want to be great. Do y'all understand? Good is the enemy of great. There's a lot of people that's not going to sign up or won't get on here because they're doing good, 150,000, 200,000. But I know y'all probably know some people y'all already that's doing 500, 600, $700,000 a year, right? That's great. Guess what? You can get that too. Good. I need write that down. That's a book out too on that. Y'all need to read it. Good is the enemy. It's a book called From Good to Great. I need you to understand good is the enemy of great. A lot of you guys are not taking big steps forward to do something like this because I'm doing better than I was doing when I was in my job. I'm doing good right now. No, there's a whole nother level of great out there, right? I got nonprofit business I'm doing called Old Seal and New Floor. I'm always thinking next level, right? Here's one. I'm like TD Jakes. So that's one of my biggest mentors. I never forget his daughter, Sarah Jakes. She was like, "Listen, the one thing I love about my father," she was like, "The one thing I love about my father is he's always willing to become a sophomore, right?" What did he mean by that, right? She said he's always willing to become a sophomore. And here's what she's saying. Think about it. Let's say the group you in is a group from 1 to 10, and you are 10. You top dog. We top dog, right? But there's a whole nother level. There's a level of 20s too. But in order for me to become a 20, guess what I got to do first? I got to become an 11. A lot of people ain't willing to do that. You understand? That's why you can always grow. If you can always willing to become a sophomore, meaning to, you get off your high horse that you attending that group, but now because there's another group that's bigger than where you are. It's a level of 20s now. But they're not just going to just take you from a 10 to 20 because you say you top dog over there. Oh, come on, no, 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 no. You got to start over. You got to be 11. Are you willing, Diana, to become a sophomore? That's how you keep growing, right? That's how you keep growing. One of the smartest things anyone can say to me, the smartest 3 words a person can say to me is, I don't know. That's the smartest thing that you can say to me is, I don't know. You understand? Not, I have one agent, I don't even call David, if he was here time, I said, oh my God, I can't believe I got this one agent every time. And she called me and asked me about something. And I give her, yeah, I know, yep, I know. Like, what you call me for, right? Like, okay. You know everything and don't know everything, right? The smartest things you can say is, I don't know. Listen, get this slight, Maurice, I feel like you want to say something about this slight edge book. Please
Yeah.
tell us about it. I know,
I,
because what you got for him, Chad?
I'm gonna be honest with you. The slight edge is the glue to the whole camp. If you don't read the slight edge, it's no point of even you doing this. The slight edge is gonna change your perspective and mindset. So it's gonna shift your mindset from now to time. It's all about compounding. Like you said, the discipline word, right? Because it's 2 people inside of us. I'm not gonna give you all, I'm just gonna give you this one thing. Each and every day we wake up, we got a bum in us and we got the successful person. And it's up to you to choose which one you want to tap into. So that book, The Slight Edge, is awesome.
It's
And
going to change it for you. Yep. Like I said, I don't need, because if you're going to do this, I need y'all to get these books. So if y'all think about doing it, go and order these books now. And
yes,
you need this book because I know what I'm going to go with you guys. Like I said, I know all diet plans work. I know my program works. But if you don't get that stick to itness, that consistency of being consistent, and also a person understand the process, you understand where you're like, man, I've been going to the gym for 3 months, man, and my pants still tight. No, you got to keep going. It's probably going to get loose on the 4th month, but it took all 4 months. It's the compound interest, right? I need you to get that because if you don't get this, like he just said, you ain't going to get it. You're not going to get it. And I know what I'm giving you is great. And even with your lenders, I'm sorry, your brokers and your current mentees, they give you something great. This is the part right here why a lot of people don't get it. Why you got off the diet. It wasn't that peanut butter and jelly sandwich diet didn't work. No, it worked. You just weren't on it long enough, right? You got off of it quickly, right? And then the next book after that, because it's a brother sisters emerge. Then you go to Atomic Habits. This is gonna change the game. Then you go to Atomic Habits. I promise you, y'all gonna fall in love with these books. I got other books to give you because we're gonna talk about them in the group. I'm like, hey, get this, but won't get that, whatever, right? I'll be talking to somebody. Okay, I need you to get this book. But this where you're gonna start. Get the Slight Edge ordered today. And I said, tell you, I don't care if you ain't going to join me. You want to get great. You want to find out why you can't hold on, or you want to find like Marvin said, the glue. This is the gorilla glue for you right here. Okay. This is that gorilla glue for you right here. You understand? Where it's going to work. Slight edge, and once you've done that book, but like I said, don't rush through it. Make sure you consume it. You understand? Make sure you understand what you're reading. Don't rush through it. We ain't giving no credits about man, I read the book in 2 days. No, no, no. Take your time, read this book. If you got to start over, if you got to start a page over, please do it. And then I want you to go to Atomic Habits. This thing going to listen. This going to kill it for you. All right, this is going to kill it for you, guys. This is what we do. So let's wrap it up. So my cost, I'm $8.95. Last time I did a pre-joint, and I felt like, you know what, man, my joint's too valuable, and then these guys can tell you too. No, 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 no. I'm just keeping real, right? And first of all, if you don't have it, that's one of the main reasons you need to join this boot camp. I'm just keeping it real. I don't hear nothing about that. Yeah, I pay this other stuff. Listen, or whatever. This ain't that. I'm just keeping real. This ain't that. I guarantee you, you do 75% of the work. You're going to have stories like Maurice, Ashley, Sharina, all those guys in here. I promise you that, right? Here's what I got for you, too. Listen, I'll work with you. Listen. If you, I don't need you to have all of the. Or first of all, I'm sorry. The first class starts May the 27th. I'm sorry. That's our first class, May the 27th. So we got till that time to enroll. You can listen. You got plenty of options. You can put half down to get started, and I give you 30, 40 days to pay it off. You're gonna put $295 down and pay $100 a week for 6 weeks. And guess what number C said? This is me. I'm gonna work with you. Okay, I ain't even gonna say somebody just paid me, and I've been done the daggone class a month ago, right? And they just paid me the last bit of money, or because I like, oh, I forgot all about. I will work with you. Do not sweat off this, but I want you to do this because this is the first part of you getting from where you are. Because here's the thing, and like when I be meeting realtors, they be talking about costs for their clients. I say, listen, first, don't talk about costs for no clients, about no credit. I said, listen. There's no broke people out here. When people see value in something, if I told every last one of y'all right now, hey, if you give me $1,500 right now, and I guarantee you in 6 months, I'm gonna give you back 150,000. You got till Friday to give me 1,500. Even if you don't have 1,500 right now, you gonna come up with that 1,500 by Friday. It is what it is. It's about seeing the value. The value say, I already know come next year this price is gonna be higher than this. I know it. That's why listen, these people want to get back in it, right? But listen, I would listen, see if you need me, call me. I will work with you. It's just I want you to get in it. First of all, I don't need, if you got the whole 895 and you ain't gonna be consistent, if you ain't gonna be locked in, I don't even want you to do it. Because I like results. There's only two things that matter in life: reasons and results. If you know what his reasons don't count, results count. I like results, right? Here's the schedule. It's an 8 week course. It's really gonna be 9 weeks, to be honest with you. Because like I said, the first week I don't really count it, because we just going over. I'm gonna tell y'all more about me. I want to learn about every person on there, what y'all trying to do. I don't. We ain't gonna rob that. But here's the schedule, how it works, guys. Simple schedule. Every Monday and Friday morning at 8 o'clock, we do a conference call. Okay, you don't have to, if you land in bed or a job, whatever, you don't need to speak. But you heard Ashley and you heard the guys listen. Like Rose, she looks forward to it. Oh, we get something on these calls. Sometimes somebody else said, man, you done missed the call. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you don't know what we're gonna go over, right? But it's gonna be something valuable for you. And then every Wednesday evening at 6, that's the Zoom training. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give you social media training. I'm gonna have someone on for that. A lender to give you some more information, other stuff that we go over. And matter of fact, let me back. I'm sorry. I'm telling you right now, especially what happened in the last class. I am having people sign the NDA. Yeah, and everybody else that was in my last group agreed. Everybody saying, listen, because first of all, so here's what's gonna happen too. We're gonna have a Facebook group page where I will post the videos of the training in there. But I don't want y'all listen, don't abuse that. Meaning girls happy hour. Matter of fact, he gonna put it in the group anyway. I ain't gonna show up. No, that's part of you getting better, showing up, right? But it will be in there, and we do have rules. Listen, ain't no recording this, ain't no shame. If someone ain't paid for the joint, they damn it, don't give them this information. You understand what I'm saying? Because you gonna learn. I promise you gonna learn some information that you ain't getting from your brokerage. I promise you that, right? But if you pay for it, they gotta come. They gotta come to the way. Do not get this stuff out. I'm big on that, right? So I'm letting you know. So we do it. We're gonna have a Facebook group page, have the stuff in there, and we have a group me. You guys download group me. That's our little, our group text thing that we use. We post stuff every day. Whatever, people be encouraged. Like, I encourage people. We started going to the gym. You understand? Louie got herself in the gym, and like that felt good. She did something that, I want you to do the hard stuff. Okay. I want you to do, listen, we're gonna go over that stuff. We ain't gonna do the easy stuff. I don't know. I don't want you going to the gym when you get off work. No, I want you to get up early. An hour, I don't care if it's 5. I want you to just try it one day when you just do something like that. That's the type of stuff we go over, right? So every Monday and Friday, if at 8, somebody said, how long are the classes on Wednesday? Brandy, shoot. The bare minimum hour, sometimes something lasts an hour and a half, and it's just all about how what happens. I don't try to be long. It's just that how we get to going. But it's probably about at least a good hour. Expect a good hour. It damn sure will go an hour and a half sometimes on some Wednesdays. And believe me, you're gonna love the training so much, you're gonna be like, I forgot. But if you gotta go, you gotta go. But get on there, but keep in mind the recordings I will post the recordings in the Facebook group so you go back watch, and I encourage people go back and watch it over because I know you might have missed something. Go back and go over the questions drills. That's going to help you out. Go do that. Right. Every Monday and Friday morning, 8 o'clock conference call. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m. for 8-9 weeks Zoom training. And you listen, your time will not be wasted. I promise you that your time will not be wasted at all doing this. All right. That's it, guys. Listen, y'all got my number. We're gonna make sure we get them gift certificates out for you by in the next 24, 48 hours. I'm gonna show you how I got other stuff for clients. Listen, y'all, I don't listen. I got so much more stuff. It's ridiculous. I want to make sure you guys win. I want to get you guys to the point. The next time you see apartment building, you're gonna be like, oh my God, yes, it did it. You're gonna be. I promise you, when I change your mindset, that's how. Listen, it's too many renters out here for the point that every person that's doing this thing right now, y'all definitely should be doing 2 to 3 deals a month. I ain't blowing smoke over your tail. Think about this. First and foremost, how much more money I get paid when y'all sell a house? I don't get nothing. I just like I said, I'm gonna be that person when someone say, "Listen, man, the market crazy again, man. We put a house in the market, that thing gonna last 2 weeks. What happened? Because of all them realtors that I got in contact with, that I changed the mindset. I'm gonna show you how to be more relatable. I'm gonna show you how to have a pipeline like Rose. I'm gonna show you how to have too much goddamn on business like Ashley. I'm gonna show you how to take a new agent like Lori, and she see the whole vision now and get you pumped like Maury. Matter of fact, talking about Maury, sure, you were like, man, I learned some stuff about the mortgage side and stuff, and I ain't even know. Listen, that's how much stuff you're gonna learn. Been around 2 years, already knew lenders, but the last 2, 3 months, he learned more stuff about the lending side that he help him out with his clients. That's what I'm going to give you. So you be more relatable, you understand, you know what you're talking about. Because y'all got to take control of your business. Stop sending your clients, oh yes, you want to buy a house? Hey, here's my lender. You don't know what that lender going through. You understand? And if the client's credit bad, they're like, hey, yeah, come back in 2 years, do this. And your client's gonna be whatever or whatever. You don't know what that. You gotta remember the lenders get paid commission too. Okay? I need you to learn how to take control of your business. No one wants to hear that they're not approved. Keep that in mind, right? I ain't just talking about credit because I do credit. I'm talking about credit because I do credit. It is what it is. I mean, they say the best place to start a business. Watch this, guys, because these clients get them on earth. They say the best place to start a business is around a problem. Do your business solve the problem? That's why I do credit. Be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, who don't, whatever. It is what it is, right? But however, this real estate and getting the clients, listen, y'all gonna have hands over foot. Y'all gonna have clients that don't, I'm gonna show how to get clients that don't even need it, but it comes by building a big pipeline. You're gonna understand it. I put this stuff in layman's terms. It's no trigonometry, ain't no X pi. No, it's 1 + 1. That's how simple this is. If you add more to it, then you're gonna mess it up yourself. I promise you that. So that's it, guys. I don't know if anybody else have anything else they want to add or anything like that, or any questions at all. Y'all have my number. Give me a call tomorrow. Let's wrap. I need to get into the part of helping you guys do home buying seminars. I'm sure how to do the flyers the right way. The right way. Okay? Because when somebody look at your flyer and they see 9 agents on there, they don't need all those pictures on there. Tell me what I'm going to get when I come to this daggone seminar, right? I show you how to do it, all that, how to market it, all that stuff. How to get the best out of it. You need to do at least 4 seminars a year. You guys down in North Carolina, if y'all want me to do the seminar with you, no, we're not doing a webinar. I'm coming down there. That's local. Anything within 8 hours and to me is local to me. I need you to understand that. I don't care if it's further than that. I'm coming. Just do it on the Saturday if possible. You understand? I'm coming down there. Okay, we ain't doing no webinar. Y'all got it. I don't do easy stuff. In the book by Brian Tracy called No Excuses, it says unsuccessful people always try to follow the path of least resistance. Do what's easy, what's fun, don't cost any money. Successful people does the hard things, even if it's difficult. If it's necessary, they pay the full price. I'm going to do the hard stuff. I ain't going to the gym tomorrow, pick up a 5 pound weight and like, yeah, no, 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 give me that 50 pound. I know I can only do three, but damn it, I'm going to build this muscle up. Right? That's it, guys. I don't have nothing else. Y'all know how we do. Maurice, I didn't give them the mute that I didn't give them the song. They ain't ready for the song. I gave them something totally different. They got to join the group to get the other song, right? But for now,